Hello everyone, so the Sketchbox November has arrived and let's have a look at what's inside this month. We've got, oh, I see like a paint or something. That's everything. We'll move the box aside and unfurl. Let's see. Ooh, yay, I got a sticker. Alright, that's the tissue. And then, let's see. Oh boy, it looks like just a bunch of tubes of paint, a paintbrush, and a surface, of course. Let me see if I can, yeah, that's a little better. Cute sticker, have a look at that. I love the stickers, especially when they're shaped like what we get. That's a personal favorite. Wow, look at this beautiful peacock. I love peacocks too. Okay, so this says the Illustrative Gouache Premium Box. Woohoo! I'm kind of excited about that because actually I've been doing a lot of gouache on the go lately. This doesn't look like on the go supplies, but I've been doing more gouache lately. Let me show you real quick. So this is a sketchbook that I made from like a planner, or no, a journal or something from this cover. And oh, there's some pigeons, which I want to work on later. And let me see if I can find... So this sketchbook has a variety of papers in it. I put some Arches watercolor paper, that one I haven't done yet, some scrapbook type paper and different things, and just, yeah, a variety. There's some cheaper watercolor paper too, but for these scrapbook papers, I have been loving the gouache because I've sketched on it and then I can go on and add gouache. And so these are some little cacti drawings that I had done just in pencil, and then I've gone over them with gouache and a little bit of colored pencil. And so this is pretty exciting because you don't need it to be like a watercolor paper to work with the gouache. It needs to be thick enough to hold some water, but I find that for my little junk journal type scrapbooks or art journals where I do a bunch of mixed media in there, gouache is a great one. And I'm excited to try these. Oh, and I've pulled out the surface here. Let's have a see. This is, have a see, I don't know what I just said. Stillman and Byrne by Claire Fontaine for Sketchbox. It's mixed media paper, cold press, white, 4 by 6 inches. We get 15 sheets, 278 grams per meter squared. And I guess that's about all it says on there. And then we got a, ooh, oh my goodness, that's amazing. That fox. I wonder if that must be the whole thing, but ew, it's really good. Ooh, this person who did that, very lovely. Anyway, we'll open up here to the brochure. There's the surface. And it just says it's an incredible paper with some tooth. Well, I can barely feel some tooth. It is cold press, but it's not like, doesn't feel like, you know, a cold press watercolor like the Arches in there. Of course, we can't compare it to Arch, just kidding. And some people pronounce it Arch. I mean, in French it would be more pronounced that way, but whatever. How about we take a look at the paintbrush? Now, I think a bright is the same thing as a flat, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments anyway. And that, it's pretty stiff right now, so we'll get it wet, wash that glue off of it. And I've been pretty happy with the Sketchbox signature paintbrushes lately, though, you know, they don't give a lot of information, so I don't love that. And they're giving it a retail price of $9.99, which is not the most inexpensive, but I've been pretty happy with them. This is pretty small. I guess maybe that's what a 4 would be. What do I have here? Here's a similar. This is a flat shader. It's a little bit longer, so maybe there's something different to it, but this is a 6, so I guess it looks about right. I really like, I've been using this one a lot, the round 6 from one of the boxes, this with gouache and watercolor. I haven't tried them with acrylic or anything, so Anyway, we have all these colors of gouache. Let's look. I've wanted to try Shinhan Professional Designer Gouache. I just don't have the budget to branch out other than my Sketchbox, so I'm excited to have it in here because I've never tried it before. It looks like we get permanent yellow, cobalt green, pale, carmine, and Prussian blue, which is a beautiful collection. This looks more brown for a carmine, but we'll see what it looks like in person. And then we get an M gram color, which I love the way M gram works, but because I tend to like do more stuff on the go and I don't just have a dedicated studio area to work in all the time, the honey thing, well, it really got me because I didn't know in the beginning with the watercolor. Mine like never, and I mean never, fully dried. And I do live in a, wet area, so that could be part of it. But I had them in, travel things and disaster. And they're so pigmented that it just was like everywhere. I had watercolor Terra Rosa in M gram and I'm still cleaning it up from places because it just never dried. So I'm interested to see the difference with gouache, cause yeah, we'll see. I'm getting too many words out here. Let's grab a palette and start swatching these. Let's just see what they look like straight out of the tube. Hopefully there's not so much pressure that it's coming out all over the place. But basically, M gram is an amazing brand, and I've never tried their gouache wash. But yeah, if you live in a humid or wet place and you want to take dried things to go for the watercolor, it's a bit of a challenge. Ooh, I just love how creamy it is, and that's probably due to the honey binder, and I believe Sennelier as a watercolor uses honey as a binder also, but I had a little bit more success in it drying enough to not be spilling out all over as far as watercolor goes. But yeah, I mean, so really you have to consider many factors for what's best for you. And early on I fell in love with the M gram, but then it didn't work as well for the way I want to use it. That's pulled out a bit there. Let's try. So that's the M gram Burnt Umber. Beautiful, rich, cocoa, earthy, animal fur, like squirrel color. These are the Shinhan. Oh, look at that. Let's just plop. Whoa, it's thinner. It seemed thinner. Like the M gram seemed much thicker right out of the tube. That is a lovely, beautiful, bright color, of course. And it's pretty pigmented because I pulled it all the way across without it getting lighter. So, must be the difference in the binder. I don't know what the binder is for the Shinhan gouache. That'd be something I have to look up. And I absolutely love this color. It doesn't say hue, so I wonder if it has actual cobalt in it, which is kind of a toxic thing. Do not put in mouth. Good advice there. Not that you should put any art supplies in your mouth. But the ones with, heavy metals and stuff, you gotta be a little extra careful with. Don't want them around little children and things. Oh, that's a lovely spring green that it makes together. Alright, here's the carmine. Very curious to see. Oh, yeah, it looks much more what I think carmine is on the paper. Another nod to why you should always swatch out your stuff, because that just looks a little more earthy to me. Look at that beautiful color. Ooh, love it. And it's cooler than it looks on the label. Let's see what happens when we go up here. Oh, it's very strong. It's kind of being the boss in this mix. But you can get an orange there. and an earthy color there. And finally we have Prussian blue. What? I put way too much there, but it's kind of bulging out of the container there. These are interesting, like they're very similar to watercolor, but you know, I haven't put them on a palette yet, so. And gouache as a medium is similar to watercolor. I'm just thinking, I have some small experience with the Holbein gouache, so that's probably what I'm comparing it to in my mind. Have I used any other gouache? Maybe in a white, I'm not even sure, but the ones I've been using a lot, I have the Holbein like primary set, and I have a couple specialty colors from a previous box many times ago. I don't know what I'm saying. Whoa, that was too much. I'm trying to mix these two guys together. Ooh, look at that purple. That's beautiful. Should we see what we get with the Prussian blue and the yellow? What do you think? Let's put some, just a little bit. Yes, this is very wet. The yellow seems like a very wet coming right out of the tube. The Amgram, just on first observation, comes out just so much thicker. You couldn't see, I just squeezed those out of the tube. Actually, I'm going to squeeze some more yellow because this one, a little bit of that. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. And look at that rich. I love that green. Love it, love it, love it. I'm never going to remember what I did just there unless I grab just a little bit and tag it, so to speak. And I want to see these two. What do you think? Let's put just a wee bit here. Ooh, I thought, okay, make sure I'm still on frame. This is lovely. I got too much cobalt there. A lovely mixture. I like that color. Get everything from like a smoky blue to kind of a lavender, depending on the, and oh, even just kind of a shadowish blue-gray. So that was, oh yeah, I've already forgotten which, that was a little bit of the cobalt with a little bit of the carmine. Alright, I am going to try to make this a short video today because, well, because I already talked a lot, but also because I've got so much going on right now. I don't have a lot of time to actually do a whole video. I want to see what was, okay, here we have our prompt, perhaps not surprisingly, is peacock. So maybe I should try to do something peacock. I do love peacocks. In fact, not too far away here, check this out. Okay, it's a little worse for the wear, but I have a peacock feather. It's missing a few parts here and there, but this is authentic. Beautiful. So maybe I'll just try to do something looking at that. And put it on the end with some music. I think I'm not going to do this on camera, but I'm going to explore some color combinations, and if something crazy or I want to share, I'll put that on. But I do very much appreciate your support and sharing these supplies with you every month. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. It really helps my channel. And I hope you have a wonderful and creative day, and thank you so much for watching. Check out the art.